Hi, I'm Nick, and this is Ortus Regni again. So we played a game of this. Well, I played a kind of example match a few days ago. I think I only just recently put it up online actually. But anyway, I felt like doing something, and so let's try playing this again. I'm not sure how thrilling a thing it is to watch, really, but it seems to be a game that I can just, I guess, explain as I learn it myself, really. Oh, it's 3-player multiplayer. Yeah, that all seems okay. Maybe land. Maybe we should have started with land. Is it my turn? Oh no. Okay. Other people were seeing if they're gonna roll or not. Let's go with the old. Oh, if they have some kind of. Let's just play a thing first. Not that they're likely to do like some kind of turn one intrigue. Or is it treachery? Whichever one it is that loses you the thing. Okay, so now let's put our vassal in. I'm putting my vassal down. Actually, I'm not sure if vassal is really the best option, but it's what I'm using. Maybe I should spook people with. Oh, let's do it this way. Okay. Oh, I should have put the banner down. Once I have 2 banners, I get to become king. What? Oh, oh, that's the treachery. Okay, yep. Oh, and they're using the vassals to counter that. And what's the advantage of putting vassals out? So that's from a distance away. Oh, let's put down a flag. See if they respond with their own flags. Probably put prince out if they do, and if they don't, then I'll put down my flag. Hopefully I get a land soon, because I do want to. A mercenary, okay. Yeah, let's become king, because we're good. I really am a fan of the king. Maybe. I should have left the king till later when they had army cards out, and then I would have got a retinue for my king guy. But anyway, let's play our prince. There's nothing to lose really from. And we should probably start towering, I think. Yeah, let's tower that. Maybe I should have kept the champion for actual uses, but there's our land. So I've put my prince in this place so that if and I didn't put my vassal on the palace, because essentially if anyone kills the vassal, they'll lose whatever the vassal was lord of. So, well, that doesn't happen if I have a prince, or if the prince is the one in charge, because the prince just dies, the land goes back to me. Yeah, let's go there, and hope that Vikings don't get launched before I get there. Okay, and that's an all-important banner with the prince allowing me to. Oh, and they're just wasting all their political cards against each other. That's good. Ooh, they've really started aggroing each other. I guess I will just build up my strength and take on whoever remains. Yep, that's some aggressive stuff going on there. Let's see. I think now's the time for an app. Put the abbot as an emissary to the Vikings. Put some cubes in the Viking bag. And yeah, draw a card. Ooh, another land. That would be good. Ooh, and they've just forfeited? Okay. Why would you even do that? But anyway, oh my god, the unluck there. They get the Viking attack. So obviously... Oh, and they're attacking my towers. So obviously that... do I want to do some of the... Let's put the prince in the fray. And send in these useless infantry. Oh, but then that destroys those... God, actually, yeah, let's just, yeah. Because I just want to keep them for my own military uses. Let's put that down. Get some more army. And tower. Towering that is very risky. In case we deck ourselves. Oh, they really are much stronger militarily than I would have hoped. Let's take on their towers. Okay. Okay. And now I will... is there any kind of... What can I do with that one? Steal a mercenary. Ooh. Let's try... stealing their mercenary. Yep. I get their mercenary. That's good. And, yeah. Oh, another land. Okay, our army is going to be big and strong. Yes, again. Let's hit their towers again. I'm sensing that they're weak. They keep on putting in the prince out. Let's attack at this point. It's going to be the same chances of killing both of those. So might as well go with the full thing. And some infantry to soak up if needed. Is that? I think that's more than enough. Damage. Okay. Yep, that's okay, yeah. Tower, not tower. I'm gonna actually tower that. And draw a card. Good, good, yes. Good old Vikings. Vikings doing my work. Of course, if they'd drawn defender wins, then that wouldn't have worked. But wow, okay. I'm not sure why. I haven't lost any multiplayer games of this yet. I don't know whether other people just have unbalanced decks, um, or whether I'm just good, or maybe it's just luck. So let's just look at this deck that I'm using. So I feel that actually, let's just go to the decks that they have. The pre-built decks. Like, I just find these pre-built decks rather weird. They're all very, very one-dimensional in one way. Like, do you need that many lands and that many marketplaces? Like, you only need as many marketplaces at most as you have castles to put on, and you don't have any castles in this. So this is just about having a massive army, protected by princes, and you have these allies cards to counter people's attacks on you, but you don't have any vassals to back up those. It seems really weird. But on the other hand, this deck is militarily pretty strong, and you can, I guess, capture other people's castles in order to oh, actually, no, that isn't the way. Yeah, I just think that's terrible. This Lord one, however, yes, this is the one. Like, it has no land, has all these castles. It seems weak, but I've actually found this one, like when I played against the AI, was stronger than it at first looked, because of this basically, like your 4 champions and your banners, and in terms of defending yourself against intrigues or treacheries, you've got yourself covered. You've got 5 allies cards, and you've got 4 vassals cards. So that means that, like in a kind of a political sense, you're got good defenses. But what I discovered with this is that I started playing this and using this deck with the strategy of using banners to declare tournaments, using my champions to win those tournaments, and use those tournaments to get the land that I needed for my deck. So I'm sometimes tempted to, well, I mean, I haven't played that much of this game at all yet, really, but I'm tempted one day to maybe integrate that kind of strategy, build a tournament based deck in a way, or at least one that's going to be good for tournaments, and steals people's lands through the tournament. So you've got that, and then you've got this. Restoring the Church, again, no land. You've got 3 cathedrals, and you can only ever play 1 cathedral. So you're essentially guaranteeing that you have the cathedral. But do you really need 3 in your deck? I guess the others can go as towers or something. But then that stops other people bequeathing land, and bequeathing is how you reshuffle your deck. So in that case, that's strong. You also have you win all the church decides battle cards, but there's only 3 of those in a deck of 24 cards. So yeah, the battle deck has 15 normal battles, 3 defender wins, 3 attacker wins, and 3 church decides, I think. Or maybe it's only 2 church decides, but yeah, that just seems very one-dimensional. And this politics card, like, it just does politics, this deck. It doesn't do anything else. You've got the vassals to help you do your political things, and then 4 castles, and then no land. Yeah, it's just it's very unbalanced, which is why I went with this deck. Oh, what is that star for? Oh, okay, I can make lots of decks and favorite them. Essentially, the strategy with this is the initial deck that I was playing with had no abbots in it, and I found that if I had no abbots, I would always lose the Viking War with the kind of thing of putting cubes in to get Vikings. And if you if you've not put any cubes at all into the Viking bag, then especially at the very end of the game when there's only 2 people left, if for instance you have 1 cube, because you have your starting cube in the bag, the other person has 5 cubes, the Vikings just keep on hitting you and hitting you. And the thing is that if you're being repeatedly hit by Vikings, then, and the other player, then you have less defenses, and therefore you have less things to damage the Vikings with, which means the Vikings continue being strong instead of having a waxing and a waning where the Vikings hit someone and in the course of that battle lose most of their power, and it's a few turns before those Vikings come back to hit them again. If you're getting wailed upon at the end, then it's just bad. So I felt I needed to have at least 2 abbots to make sure that I would have some control over the Vikings. And it seems when no one else does that, you really can use the Vikings to your advantage, and win, like I kind of used in that game. I don't really think you need more than 2 castles. Maybe like 3, but definitely not 5. Like, you only need enough castles to guarantee that you have some backup. Like, you're not gonna just have your starting palace, and if you lose that starting palace, you lose the game. You need 2 or 3 holdings, ideally. And so I feel 2 castles. Like, if I lose those 2 castles, then by that time I'm either going to lose anyway, or I'll have worked out some way to reshuffle and get a castle back. Only 1 marketplace, because you only need 1 marketplace out, and only having 1 in your deck means you're not guaranteed to draw it, but I don't want to put 2 in my deck, I guess, at this point, at least, and clog it up. 3 lands, just to guarantee that at some point in the first few turns I'll have 1 land, so that I have 1 army, and that's, I mean, not really enough, but like, I guess I just want to guarantee that I have 1 army, and then I will have other things. 4 banners to guarantee that I become the king, because I'm really a fan of the king right now. The vassals to defend me in terms of so the allies, I keep my allies cards just to really close to defend me against the important political cards that people send against me. And if someone attacks me politically more than twice, then they've really dedicated their deck to doing political things, I think. So they're probably going to be weaker in other things. So just I guess this is an average amount of, a passable amount of allies in the deck, and 2 treachery cards, just because I don't really like assassination. I don't think the assassination just weakens the other person, doesn't make you stronger, while a treachery card, an intrigue, okay. Treachery does assassination, yeah, so I don't like the treachery cards. Intrigue cards give you things, you're stealing things off people. You're stealing 2 attached properties, so that could be 2 lands, or a land and a marketplace, or a church. Can steal armies, can steal mercenaries, and I mean, I stole that mercenary in that game, and that was really good. So yeah, I'm a fan of the intrigue rather than the treachery. Don't really see the need to put mercenaries in my deck, because those mercenaries only really make sense if you have a lot of kind of land to have a good army deck. And also mercenaries are just really fragile. You kill the mercenary, you kill the retinue of that mercenary. And I can live without churches. If someone puts a cathedral down and I can't reshuffle my deck anymore, I'll just win the game before I have to reshuffle my deck. I haven't actually got to a game that went so long that I needed to reshuffle. Reshuffling is just these princes, the two princes I have, is just to allow me the option of reshuffling if I need it. But yeah. So yeah, that was yet another Ortus Regni game, and some explanation of my deck strategy, which may be very mediocre. I may discover weaknesses in it. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys again another time.